Hi Cancer, welcome to your reading for today. We're going to see what you need to know right now. This could be past, present, or future for you, all right? You're going to know best where this fits on your timeline. You can also be a cross watcher, okay? So just take it how it resonates for you. Flip it if you need to, okay? So let's see here. What's the message for Cancer right now, Spirit? What is it? That didn't feel right. That is a weird energy that just came through. Because usually I'll just start shuffling, but there was like something that like stopped me. It feels like I never get that feeling. It feels like I'm being stopped. Like something is like, don't, like trying to say, don't, I don't know. What the heck? Weird. There's like something that doesn't want me to do something. Like they don't want me to get the cards. What is that energy? What is that energy? The Nine of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the Empress in the reverse, and the Three of Swords at the bottom. That was strange. I don't think I've ever had that feeling so strongly. Okay, the Empress in the reverse. So we're dealing with a toxic feminine energy. Somebody that could be pushy, needy, clingy, jealous. All right, the Nine of Cups, happiness, wish fulfillment. The Seven of Pentacles, what somebody is working towards, what somebody has been invested into for a very, very long time. Some sort of wish fulfillment. Some sort of satisfaction. Okay, let's see what this is. Who's the Empress in the reverse? So I don't know if, like, it feels like there's someone here that doesn't want you to get information. Like if I'm just taking it with the cards, like someone not wanting me to like shuffle, not wanting some sort of information to come out, trying to stop. I don't know if it's like an outside force trying to stop the information from coming out, or if it's more like some sort of a feeling that you may have had of like not to do something, or very weird. Empress in reverse. The Ten of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, there's someone here that is working extremely hard. Like very, very hard. They've been working on something for a very long time. They're putting all of their force into something. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. Okay. What's the Nine of Cups? The Seven of Cups. Somebody is confused. Eight of Swords. Somebody's confused about imprisonment, or someone is trying to create an illusion, trying to confuse other people, trying to get other people stuck in their head, getting someone trapped up in prison. That's their wish fulfillment. That's what would make someone feel good. The Ten of Pentacles, because of a lot of money, generational wealth, an inheritance maybe. Okay, so it kind of looks like there's somebody here, their wish fulfillment, their desire is for a lot of money. I don't know if we're going to have to clarify if someone else is confused here, why they're trapped in something, why they're imprisoned in something, or what's the Seven of Pentacles? The Four of Wands in reverse. Somebody is not home, losing a home, moving out of a home, losing some sort of stability here. The Two of Wands, a choice that someone made. And the Four of Cups, a choice that someone made because of a feeling of rejection or feeling dissatisfied, rejecting something, someone holding a grudge, someone feeling like something isn't what they want it to be. 10 of Cups, family maybe, okay. Tell me more about this Empress in the reverse. The 10 of Swords, ultimate betrayal, a painful ending, the strategy. Who's the Empress in reverse? Is it the Queen of Pentacles? The Six of Wands, victory and success. Something in the past that happened, okay? So in the past, someone had a strategy here. They made a strategy, they made a plan for a painful ending, an ultimate betrayal. Okay. What's that about? Love call in the reverse. Somebody did not call someone on the phone. Somebody did not talk to someone on the phone. Somebody didn't call someone. Somebody didn't talk to someone on the phone. Separation. Thinking about you, yearning. Thinking about you, unsure of future. A separation. So in the past, an Empress in the reverse. So a toxic feminine energy. Had a strategy for an ultimate betrayal. And this has to do with somebody thinking about someone, missing someone. But somebody didn't call someone on the phone, or somebody didn't pick up the phone. Somebody didn't answer the phone. Soulmates, a soul connection, a relationship. Because of somebody not talking on the phone, somebody not communicating on the phone, somebody didn't call someone and tell them that they were thinking about them, somebody didn't call someone and tell them they're missing them. Confirmation in a relationship. So somebody here planned a betrayal. Or somebody betrayed someone, unexpected income. Or somebody betrayed someone. Maybe somebody betrayed you in the past because they felt like you didn't call them enough, or you didn't text them enough, or they felt like they didn't get enough affection from you on the phone. What does that have to do with getting money though? Unexpected income. Paying for something. What's that about? The truth. This is the truth. About somebody coming towards someone in love, coming towards someone in marriage, in commitment. The truth about somebody committing to someone in love, in marriage, in higher commitment, or somebody bringing something to someone. What is this? It has to do with the plan, what somebody is working on. Their plan. A mature man. This has to do with what a mature man is working on. Okay, so a mature man is working on something very hard that has to do with a betrayal, a painful betrayal, somebody betraying someone because in the past someone didn't call them enough on the phone. So it kind of looks like cheating, right? So this kind of looks like you have a partner that feels like they're missing someone or thinking about someone, or I don't know, or they felt like you didn't call them enough or you didn't text them enough. So you didn't show them enough affection by calling them on the phone. And so they betrayed you in the past, all right? And this is what this mature man is working on. What? Passion, insane chemistry, like each other equally, having fun, passion. So some sort of chemistry that someone had with someone else when they betrayed you. Paying for something because you didn't call them enough, you didn't text them enough, okay? So what's this 10 of Wands and what somebody has been investing into, working on a long time? Some sort of messages or some sort of communication, some sort of information about a fight, about an argument, messages about a fight, an argument, a conflict. 8 of Pentacles in reverse, because of something not working out. A fight over something not working out, or somebody not working on something anymore, not wanting to, what is that about? A date. Somebody meeting someone new, going on a date. So in the past, somebody went on a date, they met someone new, they betrayed you because they felt like you weren't texting them enough or calling them enough. And this is what a mature man is working on. Why? What does this mean? A betrayal. An ultimate betrayal. Somebody betraying someone. 10 swords in the back. The Knight of Cups. An offer. The 3 of Pentacles. Because of a group of people working together here. When it comes to a love offer, somebody being nice to someone, giving to someone, a group of people working together because somebody was being affectionate towards someone, or giving someone attention, giving someone love, or what is that? This is the truth. This is the truth about somebody making a bad choice. About somebody making a bad choice, making bad choices. The truth about someone making bad choices. And somebody rekindling something, transforming, growing, renewing themselves, changed mind. The truth about someone's bad choices is that they have decided to change their ways. So the fact that somebody betrayed you in the past and stabbed you in the back in the past because they felt like you weren't giving them enough attention. This is what made someone transform. This is what made someone renew themselves and change themselves. Okay. So who's this Queen of Pentacles? A lover. Confirmation. So, did you hear that? The Queen of Pentacles is who somebody might have cheated on you with. Okay. Heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Yeah, this could have hurt a lot. You could have found out that somebody betrayed you and cheated on you and had an affair with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? Yeah, this has to do with the past. Look at the past, looking at your photos. Looking at your photographs in the past. When it comes to someone welcoming love, meeting the one, opening your heart, getting together. So this could have been the one, like the person that you thought was the one or that you think is the one, right? Like the love of your life. Had an affair and cheated on you. Okay, why is that here? Because of something not working out, not working on something, or maybe not knowing if you can work through this. Okay, like this betrayal, like maybe this betrayal was so massively painful for you that the heartbreak was so immense, like the grieving was so immense that you just didn't know if you could work through this, okay? Maybe you didn't know how to heal this kind of a pain, right? Like the sense of betrayal here. But again, like with somebody not talking on the phone, like this person could have given you a reason as to why they betrayed you, and it had something to do with like, yeah, you not calling them enough on the phone, or them not hearing from you enough, like not getting enough affection, basically, okay? The Seven of Swords. Yeah, they were lying. Something about them lying, okay? Lying about it, trying to get away with it, not wanting to tell you about it, okay? Lying about it. The Five of Swords, yeah, being manipulative about it, okay? The Nine of Wands. And it has to do with, like, the Nine of Wands give me self-preservation, right? Like the reason why this person lied, maybe even for a very long time, and did something deceptively, it wasn't to protect you. It wasn't to protect anyone. It was just to protect themselves from the judgment of it. Right? They didn't want you to leave them. Okay? So somebody betrays you and they don't tell you ever. And maybe you find out like way late. And the reason why they didn't tell you any sooner is because, like I said, for one, they didn't want you to leave. They didn't want to lose you. And they didn't want to be judged for what they had done. They didn't do it for you. It's like, I feel like that distinction needs to be made here, okay? That the reason why this person lied, it didn't have anything to do with you protecting you, or protecting the innocent, or protecting the higher good of all. It literally only had to do with them protecting themselves, shielding themselves from judgment, shielding themselves from what you're going to think of them, and shielding themselves from you leaving them. That's self-preservation. That's trying to protect oneself from judgment, from consequence, from taking accountability for something, right? And that's something that this person needs to work through. Like that is what needs to change, okay? Is maybe a pattern of being where this is most likely not the first time that they've done it, okay? That they've lied to preserve themselves, or they've lied to protect themselves from judgment, from what people are going to think of them, okay? Like the lie was not justified at all. Okay, why is that coming out? Yeah, it's a relationship. 2 of Cups. And the 9 of Pentacles, some sort of independence, right? Independence, money, success, stability, finances, okay? In a relationship. The 10 of Cups in reverse, losing family, a broken family, estranged family. What's that about? The 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody wanting to hold on to something. Somebody wanting to hold on to a sense of stability. Why is that here? A family falling apart, feeling like they're losing a sense of security, stability, or a union, a feeling of togetherness, a feeling of family, wanting to hold on to something that feels close, like very close, okay? Family secrets coming to light. Codependent, obsessive, possessive, and controlling. Somebody is possessive, obsessive, controlling because of a lack of family. Not avoiding a conversation, not dealing with something, hurt, still angry. Who's this about? Somebody's still angry, not dealing with something. Maybe it's not dealing with the betrayal, or what is that about? Lovers in reverse, a breakup. So it's kind of, okay, so this could be for someone that is still in a relationship with this person that betrayed them, okay? And it's kind of making me feel like somebody is wondering, like, why are you holding on to this relationship? If you're still hurt, if you're still angry, like, what is it about it that is making you hold on and not break up with this person? Like, are you just trying to control them? Are you trying to possess them? You don't want to let them go? Is it because of a loss of family? Like, I feel like someone is speculating a lot about why you don't break up with someone when you're hurt by what they did. It's like, okay, so you're hurt by what they did in the betrayal, so why don't you break up with them then? That's what this feels like. Temperance. Yeah, exactly. The Hanged Man and 9 of Swords in reverse. So this has to do with a moment of enlightenment here. Temperance, about your temperance path, or balancing out your emotions, or your healing. Okay, seeing something from a different perspective, or this has to do with you seeing something from a higher perspective, even maybe. Like, you could be seeing whatever just happened in this relationship from a higher perspective of healing, okay? That's why you're not in any kind of a fear about something, right? Like, let's say, look, okay, like, I'm not going to try and condone anything to anyone, okay? You need to make choices about your own relationships, okay? I'm just going to say the cards the way that I'm feeling it, all right? So if you're in a long-term relationship with someone and maybe they don't have a full-blown affair, but they have a one-night stand maybe with someone, okay? There are definitely couples that decide to work through that. Not everyone says, okay, I'm giving up and I'm walking away, right? There's definitely couples that do decide to stay together and try and work it out, right? But there, of course, there have to be like some sort of markers, I guess you could say, that could even, you know, to even try and attempt at reconciliation. So for one, it can't be a pattern, okay? This person can't have a strong pattern of, you know, going out and having sex with other people, right? This might have been a one-time thing and it never happened again after that. So that could be one thing, right? The other thing is if this person makes the effort to take accountability and take responsibility, looks within, looks at what they've done, reflects on it, and actually makes change. Okay? They have to actually want to change. They have to actually be able to feel guilt for what they've done, feel bad about what they've done, and really, really work through even the inner work to make sure that that never happens again. Right? Because this kind of feels like someone looking from the outside, looking in, looking at your choices. Like maybe you're someone that decided to stay with someone even though they were unfaithful, right? But of course, you're going to have days where you're angry or you're still hurt about it, because that is a deep, deep, deep betrayal. Like it hurts a lot, okay? But it also, you know, it's not just that aspect. Like it also comes down to the fact that maybe you know that this person feels regret for what they've done. They want to change, okay? They do the inner work, they look within, and you feel through their actions and through their change, you know, their self-reflection, the conversations that you have with each other, you can tell that this person realizes the gravity of what they've done, the weight of what they've done, and they wouldn't do it again, okay? Like, I don't know, that's not for everyone. Like, please, you know, if someone cheats on you every weekend and you're like, I'm out of here, then of course do that, right? This is more like a long-term commitment. Someone ends up being unhappy. Maybe, you know, you go through a phase where there's a lot of fighting, you know, a lot of separation. Like maybe, you know, you go through a phase where there's a lot of on and off, a lot of uncertainty about where the relationship is even going. You know, somebody starts feeling insecure. They start feeling bad about themselves. They get attention elsewhere. One thing leads to another. You know, sometimes things happen in life. I don't know. I'm just playing devil's advocate here, okay? But look, you know, yeah, you have the right to be hurt. You have the right to be angry. You have the right to also have to work through the betrayal. Like, you're not going to be able to just say, okay, I forgive you, and then everything's fine. Like, it's going to keep coming up. It's going to keep hurting. You're going to have to work through it. But in this situation, the way that you can work, well, the only way that you work through it really is being able to see it from a higher perspective of the person that did it to you changing because of it. Right? Like, it's only really possible if you see that change in them. if you feel the change in the relationship, if you see that they maybe back then made an unconscious decision, like they did something unconsciously, they did it without really thinking about it, they did it because, I don't know, like they didn't know where the relationship was headed. I don't know what they were thinking, all right? I have no idea what they were thinking. But at least whoever this person is, like there is somebody that did look at that decision. And I feel like the only way that you can heal it again is by also being able to see it from a higher perspective, that some things can be worked through, okay? Maybe you have moments of weakness where you also are like, I don't know if I can work through this, okay? I don't know if I can work through it because of the flashbacks, okay, the trauma, the pain, it does overwhelm you sometimes, and sometimes you don't know how to work through it, right? But if you love each other a lot, you've been together a long time, you know the way that this person is, you understand maybe even to an extent why they did what they did, where it came from, what led up to it. And you see the conscious effort of them wanting to change, okay, and making a conscious, honest effort to make sure it never happens again. Like that is something that some couples can work with, okay? So just putting that out there, all right? Doesn't have anything to do with control or possession of someone. That feels very like young-minded to make it about being possessive and controlling, like, no, you belong to me. Like that's very childish, okay? It's not about that at all. You don't want possession over this person. No, they're mine. Like that's not what this is about at all. It's not coming from you. Like the reconciliation, I feel like for someone, it didn't come from you. It's coming from the other person that wants to prove to you that they can change. They want to prove to you that you are the one and that is never going to happen again. Like you don't have to control this person or treat them like, you're not this codependent energy at all. You don't even have to be, because the person that did this to you, I feel like they want to prove to you. They want to prove something to you. They want to prove to you that they've changed. They want to prove that you're the one. And maybe they made a stupid mistake, okay? At a dark time in their life. In a dark phase of their life, I don't know. I mean, it could even be like, I'm not trying to condone cheating in any which way. I'm just trying to give like perspective of, what goes on inside of people that leads them to making these kind of decisions, right? But, most of the time, it's like an emotional disconnect, right? So this person could have felt like they had been pushed away by you, okay? Maybe they felt like you didn't want them anymore. You were ignoring them. They could have felt rejected by you maybe in some sort of way, okay? There was emotional distance. I feel like for someone here, they might have felt rejected, like, which made them maybe feel bad about themselves. Like someone here felt very insecure at some point of their life. Maybe they felt like a horrible person. Maybe it was also, maybe some things that you said to them like ate away at their confidence. And it really only takes that one person that comes up to them and says like, oh my God, you're so amazing, you're so cute. And then they fall for it. You know, it's like at the darkest time of someone's life, what it feels like. Your relationship got tested. It got tested, definitely. And your person, they went through a time in their life where they were very insecure. They felt very bad about themselves. Maybe they felt like you didn't even want them anymore. Okay, they felt like you rejected them. You looked down on them. Maybe they felt judged by you. Okay, felt pushed away. And then a temptation came in, a test. Someone came in. God said, here's a temptation. And they fell for it. Yeah, they weren't strong enough to say no, you know. And for someone here, it's about seeing this from a higher perspective, right? It's like, again, you're not just understanding the situation, what they did, but also what led up to it, what happened in the relationship, why they did what they did, where that might have come from, how they were feeling at that time, right? I don't know. 9 of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Okay. The 7 of Wands. This has to do with the Queen of Cups and somebody defending someone. Yeah, not wanting someone to walk away, not wanting someone to leave. Not wanting someone to leave, not wanting someone to walk away. Being defensive, okay? Not wanting to tell someone, maybe even, okay? We're trying to stop someone from leaving. Mask, hiding things, yeah. I feel like this mask is for the person that you were dealing with, okay? That they hid this, they pretended they hid it. And it was selfish. The 9 of Cups, it was selfish. It wasn't to protect you. Like, I feel like people that cheat, they might tell themselves that they're hiding their infidelity to protect you from the pain, but that's actually not what they're doing. They're actually just hiding it so that they protect themselves from you leaving them, right? They don't want you to leave. That's it. That's a selfish reason to cheat on someone and not tell them. But that's also maybe something that you understand. Like, I'm not saying that you forgive that. Well, I mean, maybe you forgive it, but I'm not saying that you accept it as like a valid excuse. Okay, you get what I'm saying? This is not a justification, right? But you can understand that the reason why they hid something is because they didn't want you to walk away. They didn't want you to leave. Yeah, they didn't want to lose you, basically. Like, somebody made a mistake and then they didn't want to lose you. Like, it's making me feel like this person, they weren't thinking consciously about their decisions at all. They just kind of like went with the wind, right? And then after the fact, after they did it, after they can't take it back, after they went all the way, that's when it set in that they did something horrible that they can't take back. That the one thing that's going to like eat into their conscience for the rest of their life. And some people really, they only realize that after they did it. Not everybody lives life consciously, right? And makes conscious decisions and thinks consciously about what they're doing and why they're doing it and what, you know, what the consequences are of their actions. Like, I feel like someone here, they didn't think about the consequences because maybe they got really good at hiding things, right? But even the hiding, even the mask and having to hide something because you don't want someone to leave you, that also eats into your conscience. It does. It eats into you. Having to carry a secret around with you, right? You know, maybe somebody did think that what they did was best for you so that you don't have to feel the pain of their own bad consequence. And some people might, you know, some people might agree on that and say, yeah, if it's a one-time thing and you made a horrible mistake that you regret and you're never going to do it again, then yeah, it should only be your burden to carry for the rest of your life and not the person that you betrayed. But I feel like for you, you found out what they did. And I feel like it might have taken you a long time to figure it out, but you figured it out. And then it's not just the pain of the betrayal, but it's also the pain of the hiding, of the deception, right? The hiding it. And then it's like this weird energy of also understanding why they hid it, because duh, if you had known, you would have left, right? So, girl talk, time with friends, spending time with friends, moving on happily single, living in the moment, having fun. Yeah, this person could have pretended like they were out with a friend. They could have pretended like they were single, like they were out all the time, maybe making plans, you know, just having fun, living in the moment. Exactly. Living in the moment. And people that live in the moment, they don't really make conscious decisions about what's the consequence after this living in the moment, right? It feels good in the moment. Yeah, but what about the next day when you wake up and realize what you've done? No more living in the moment, right? Now the moment's gone and now you have to live with it. So, okay. Page of Cups. The Five of Swords, yeah, manipulation. Somebody trying to play mind games or do something backstabbing, right? Yeah, doing things behind your back. That's the other thing, is doing things behind your back. Like this person could have done a lot of things behind your back, sneaky. But it feels like, look, it feels like one reason why this person did so many things behind your back is they have this it's weird. It's like a double-sided thing, right? So let's say this is someone that gets asked out a lot by their friends. Okay, so they have a friend group and they're always asking them to come hang out. Or, you know, like this person goes out to the bar, the club, and someone asks for their number. They don't know how to say no. Like this is someone that feels bad when they say no. Like they feel bad when they reject someone else. Like it's almost like they put other people's feelings above their own needs or their own desires, like what they actually want. So they don't know how to say no. So it's kind of like a friend asks them to go out with them and they don't want to say no and be like the one that has a boundary. Like they don't want to come off as being like the party pooper, if you get what I mean, right? Like this person doesn't know how to put up boundaries with other people and say no. They don't want the other person to feel bad or feel rejected. So the same thing, like if somebody were to ask this person for their number, they're not giving that person their phone number because they want to. They're giving it to them because it's almost like they don't want to make the other person feel embarrassed. You get what I mean? That's this kind of a person, like, can I have your number? And they feel uncomfortable saying no because they know if they say no, then the other person would feel embarrassed and stupid for asking. And it's like, so they just say yes so that the other person doesn't feel embarrassed in front of everyone for getting rejected. You get what I mean? Like they don't want to reject people so that those people don't feel rejected, okay, basically. But then they get themselves in a predicament where they tell their friends, okay, I'll go out with you, but then they don't know how to tell you, because then they get this fear that comes up in them of like, almost like maybe you saying no or something like that. Like, they're like scared of telling you what they're planning because they don't want you to say no. So they just think, okay, fine, I'll just do it behind your back, because then like I don't have to deal with conflict. Like they're conflict avoidant. That's what it is. Like they don't want to deal with conflict. Okay. This person doesn't like dealing with any kind of confrontation. So it's just easier to just do things behind someone's back, because for one, if they don't tell you what they're up to and who they're hanging out with, they don't have the conflict. They can avoid the confrontation. If they take someone's number that they actually don't want to take, they're talking to someone that they don't want to talk to, it's because they're avoiding the confrontation. They don't want to say no. They don't want to have a boundary. They don't want to have like conflict of any kind. They just don't make conscious decisions, right? They just kind of let everybody else make a decision, and they want to avoid making a decision by just not telling someone at all. That's the issue here, right? So this person has a problem with being direct and being honest and just coming up to people and saying no, or coming up to people and saying, you know what, this is what I'm going to do, or this is what I'm planning, or I have to tell you something. Those words in this person is like, that's what I was feeling at the beginning. This, I can't get it out. They can't get it out. There's certain things that this person cannot get out of their mouth. They feel like they can't say it. They can't say the information. And it has to do with saying, no, I don't want your number. No, I'm rejecting you. I don't care if you feel bad. I don't care if you feel stupid or embarrassed. I'm rejecting you. I'm not interested, okay? Or I have to tell you something. There's something that I want to do, right? Like, I don't know. This feels like a past energy, like something that they might have encountered in their past with someone else, where they've told the other person, like, I want to go out tonight, or I want to do something. And the other person, why are you going out? Why are you doing this? So now something in their subconscious mind makes them not want to tell anyone what they're planning, because they don't want the conflict and the rejection, right? Yeah. The Emperor. This has to do with an Emperor and working together, okay? The Tower. The Emperor is having a shocking Tower moment about something, okay? About some sort of fast action. The Nine of, yeah, somebody just feeling so bad about themselves, okay? Honestly. Feeling empty on the inside, feeling bad about themselves, feeling insecure, feeling bad about themselves. Like, I feel like, you know, whether you reconcile with this person or not, okay, it's really your decision, right? But at the end of the day, what this is saying to me is that the person that cheated on you, they did it because they felt really bad about themselves on the inside, okay? They had no confidence. Their cups were not full. Like, they couldn't fill their own cup. They couldn't make themselves feel good about themselves. And again, it could have been at a time in your relationship where there was a lot of conflict. There was a lot of fighting. There could have been also big reasons why they felt bad about themselves because of you. Not because you did something to them, but because maybe you told them something about themselves, or you you said like, look, you did this and that. Like, you're not really a good person. Like, a good person doesn't do something like this. Like, look at how you treated me. Like, do you think that a good person would do that? Do you think a good partner does this? Like, there's something here that made them feel really bad about themselves, and even maybe how you see them being good enough. And someone comes along that doesn't know them, that doesn't know what they did to you, that doesn't know the problems that you've had with each other, somebody that doesn't know them at all, and says, you're so hot, you look really good, you're so nice, I really like you. And it feeds the ego, right? It feeds the ego. It feeds a part of them that has felt bad about themselves for a very long time. And maybe this person even felt like they had it under control. Okay, they had it under control until they didn't. Right? Because it's like this person wasn't following the person they had an affair with or the cheating with. It's like they were following the feeling that that person was giving them, which was, you're not a bad person, you're great, you're nice, you're funny, you're smart. And maybe you, in your relationship with them at home, you're like, look at how you treat me, you're a bad person, you did this to me, you did that to me, how could you even do this? Like, what kind of a person are you? Like, and I'm not condoning it. Again, I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying that was an excuse. I'm just trying to understand, like, we have to look at these kind of things like from a higher perspective. We do that. Relationship dynamics are very dynamic, right? Like, there's a lot of reasons and a lot of ways that people think and why they do what they do. Like, it has to be talked about. Like, we can't just always be so black and white, right? So yeah, this cheating, it didn't have anything to do with you. It didn't have anything to do with the person that they cheated with. Okay? It had to do with them and how they felt about themselves. And if you decide to work on it with this person and work through the issues, it's because you maybe recognize that in them, and also you see them changing. You know that they want to change. You know that it was a mistake. You know that they feel bad. They have to show remorse, all right? You can't be dating someone that doesn't have remorse for what they've done, or they don't have guilt. Like, that has to be there, okay? So if that's genuinely there, then you can think about, can I reconcile? But it's not easy. Like, reconciliation is not going to be easy. Like, let's be real. Okay? Because that's very traumatic. Like, being betrayed by the one person you thought would never do that to you, that is so traumatic. That hurts so bad. Okay? So what's the Seven of Pentacles? And again, you can decide, if you want to reconcile or not. I'm just saying what is here, right? Five of Pentacles, yeah, insecurity. Somebody feeling insecure, feeling in lack, feeling left out in the cold, feeling abandoned. Okay, like maybe this person, again, they felt abandoned by you. They felt left alone by you. They felt like like you didn't care about them. You didn't call them enough. Okay. But that's not really what it's about. It's not about you not calling them and someone else talking to them, right? It's like, it's actually about their insecurity and that they felt really bad about themselves. They felt empty on the inside. They felt like they were not good enough. Like, they felt like they were rejected, okay? by you, maybe, okay? Maybe you also, it's kind of like also like, let's say you tell this person like, you don't even deserve me. Like you don't even deserve a person like me. Okay, so that makes them feel like, you know what, yeah, okay, I cheated on you. So yeah, I'm a horrible person. Like I'm a piece of shit. You know, like I don't deserve your forgiveness. I don't deserve any kind of love. Like I'm a horrible person. And then they go out and somebody tells them like, you're amazing, you're great, you're so cute. Of course, that's the temptation right there. Is that for a split second, they feel good about themselves. They feel like they're not lost. They feel like there is someone out there that wants them, even if it's not you, okay? It's not even about the person. It has not, like the person, it doesn't even matter what they look like, who they are, nothing, because that's not what it's about. It's about the words that are coming out of their mouth. That's it. Right? The Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, not being able to communicate, not being able to speak up, not saying something. Judgment in reverse, being scared of being judged. Why did somebody never say something? Why did they never tell you something? Because they didn't want you to judge them. Because they didn't want you to judge them harshly. They didn't want to be judged. They didn't want you to judge them the way that they were most likely 100% already judging themselves. Right? So they're judging themselves harshly, but they don't want you to judge them that way. They don't want you to see them that way. They want you to think that they would never do something like that to you, basically. Okay, that's the truth. That's the truth, but you found out the truth anyways. And the reason why you found out the truth anyways, right, is because they didn't want to tell you the truth because of their own self-preservation. Because they didn't want to be judged. That's why Spirit exposed their cheating to you. That's why you found out on your own. Spirit showed you because they were never going to tell you because of their fear of judgment. But that's what they have to face. That's their lesson. That's what they have to heal, is the fear of judgment, is the fear of speaking your mind, having boundaries, saying no, saying what you think, saying what you feel, saying what you want without judgment. Okay? Being worried about what other people are going to think, what other people are going to say. That's where someone had to change. That's what they had to change. That's what they had to heal. Speak up. Okay? Say what you want and stand on it. All right? Live in truth. Like someone had to learn to live in truth, even if the truth hurts other people. Right? Like this is someone that lies because they don't want to hurt other people. No, you got to be honest even if it hurts other people. Right? Like you got to be honest. You can't just do things to protect yourself and fuck everyone else around you. Like that's not how it works. Acts, break up, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. Yeah, stop the pattern. This person has to stop the pattern. They have to stop the pattern of lying, not telling you things, hiding things, fear of judgment, fear of rejection, fear of rejecting others out of humiliation. That's the pattern that they had to stop. All right. And the only way they were going to stop that is by getting exposed. Is by you finding out everything that they did and them being forced to look at what they've done and why they did it. Okay. So I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, twin flames, because this is a higher level soulmate connection where you mirror each other, right? And the only way to find balance is by balancing the light and the dark in both people. Did you hear that? I don't know if you heard that, but I'm going to leave it at that. Okay. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Bye.